Chat,
Man, we back.
episode 4, man. Black box theory. I think we got the hang of it now, man. With the consistency, with the episodes on a weekly basis, man. I'm feeling good today. How you feeling, bro?
Feeling good, man. I feel like I'm back out the chamber. You know, we had to duck off for a week, heal up. We back reloaded.
Yeah, man. Happy Friday to everybody. I don't know about y'all. This is definitely one of them weeks. I don't know, man. It's just something about recording a podcast after a full day of work. I don't know, bro, but we just love the grind. We love the hustle, so that's why we here.
Consistency, man.
Yeah,
Consistency. It's
man.
not about what you can do when you have a lot of energy, when things are going well. What can you do after you've been pummeled by the week? After you've had unexpected things pop up during the week? After you had to be 50 different people during the week and you still got to show up, put a smile on your face and make it happen. That's what we do.
Yeah, man. That's what we do, man. That's what we bout. But yeah, man, we back. Like I said, episode 4. Happy Friday once again. Appreciate all of our supporters. I think I checked our analytics. I think we crossed like 350 plus streams now across our first 3 episodes, man. So we very thankful. We very grateful for everybody that's just giving us a chance. Took the time out they did to listen to us, watch our videos on YouTube and whatnot. Like I said, we're going to stay consistent. We're going to keep putting stuff out there and hopefully, you know what I'm saying, some of this resonates with you, some of this sticks with you. But yeah, like I said, episode 4 today, we're talking about the leverage shift. We got a couple things we're talking about today. We're breaking down a few things like we always do. But just for starters, man, yeah, I know we talk about this a bit every week, man, but like if you follow the news in some capacity, you know about how hyperscalers or like the big tech companies are spending on AI infrastructure and CapEx spending and data centers, all that good stuff, GPUs, CPUs, all that good stuff. So AI can't do your job yet, but companies are betting that it will be able to. Everyone's a creator, but nobody's making money. You did everything right in undergrad, but the job market is still flat. Welcome to 2026, man. We're being visible does not mean you're actually valuable, bro. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead jump into it, man. We got a couple of things we want to break down, man. And yeah.
Yeah. Just gonna break down like it's like Malcolm mentioned, AI, you know, is it a bubble? Is it not? Creator economy. You know, everybody wants to be a creator these days. Everybody is a creator in some capacity when you post online, and just kind of the trap that's being formed in that and what you can do to avoid that. And also just what to do when you do everything out right and the job market still isn't working for you. You know, just, yeah. Wait, go ahead.
Yeah, man, it's tough. Like for example, we see. I think a lot of y'all can relate to this, especially if you like you somebody who's like pretty visible, pretty consistent on LinkedIn. I don't know about y'all, but I see it all the time on my feed. Someone my age that's already a millionaire that's announcing their 7-figure exit from a startup that you've never heard of. A day in the life of a product manager at a big tech company with 100,000 views, AI generated this and that about 10 ways to make passive income. And it's like apps like LinkedIn, platforms like LinkedIn, as awesome as they are to, you know, show achievements and show what you've done, what you've accomplished. You don't never see nobody else on there, bro. You don't never see nobody's risk. You don't never see nobody's like the hustle, the fight they had to go through. You only see like the top, the achievements, which is good. But it's like if you feel like you kind of in a hole and you got your back against the wall and all you seeing is everybody winning, everybody doing this and that, you're inevitably going to feel like you're falling behind. Like, you know, it's hard to not think that when you see everybody killing it, you see everybody doing this, everybody quote unquote living out their dreams on LinkedIn and Instagram and whatnot. But you feel like, bro, am I doing what I'm supposed to do? Am I on the right track?
It's a lot of comparison, whether you do it intentionally or not. For sure, it's something we can all relate to, man. I know LinkedIn, Instagram, that stuff's been a thing forever, but now more than ever, you know, especially with the AI, the technology growing and all these different things, people are fronting more than ever. Debt is, I believe, getting at all-time highs.
That's what I see, yeah.
It's performative.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
what they call it.
This is the most performative I think time period we've ever been in. It's actually ridiculous. Like and one day, like, you know what I'm saying, the truth will be revealed one day, but until then, you know what I'm saying, we just gonna keep dropping episodes like this to hopefully, you know, uncover the blindfold off your eye. But before we jump in, man, as always, we want to drop a quick disclaimer, a quick word before we unlock the box, as we like to say. The views expressed on this podcast are strictly our own, and we do not represent our employers or any affiliated organizations. We are not financial advisors. We are not tax professionals and or legal experts. We're sharing our personal perspectives and deconstructing these industries in real time. But none of this is professional advice. Always do your own due diligence and consult with qualified professionals before making any major moves. We're learning out loud. Join us, but the plays you make are your own.
Facts.
Go ahead, jump into it, man. Like Thomas mentioned for a bit, we want to talk about the AI bubble reality check. Are we building careers on quicksand? Are we building the very thing that's going to replace us? Well, like, where are we at right now? So,
I mean, look, we could jump into the facts. 95% of businesses try using AI and found zero value in it. We can jump into all these different things going on. But I think most of us understand, for one, that AI has been like the topic of discussion. I think it was one of the most searched words of like 2024 or 2025, one of them years. And to be honest, companies are dropping unfathomable amounts of money in AI on these expectations, and everyone is being encouraged to use AI. And we have to think about what it really means. So it doesn't matter like what your career is, it's gonna like wiggle its way in there. And I think having some of the opportunities that I have, I get to see some of the, cutting edge technologies, not necessarily stuff that isn't available for everyone, but you just have opportunity to like use those tools a little bit more and really understand. So things are happening fast. AI is happening quickly, and I think a lot of people just don't know what that means and when it's going to replace them. It's not even a matter of how. I mean, we look at people like Elon talking about universal income, machines, robots. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when and how much people are going to put up with to allow certain things to happen. I mean, if you just sit on the sidelines and let the AI do what it does, then don't be surprised you wake up one day, you get that that letter, hey, we don't need you anymore. Right, and you could have did something about it. But yeah, what you thinking, Malcolm?
I don't know, man. I saw a post that put it like in a perspective for me a little bit, and it kind of like helped dispel like some of like the bubble concerns. Well, actually, or really confirmed it, I should say. This is like, when you think about it, bro, all of this is fake. Because you got to think, the entire economy, the entire GDP, the entire stock market, it's moving only because of all of this, like basically the huge bets that all these hyperscalers, every major Fortune 500 company in the world is making on AI. All of the spending on infrastructure, on GPUs, on CPUs, on hardware, on data centers, on energy, on cooling, on like just consistent build out. And so it's like, we see billions, trillions of dollars flowing into AI data centers that have not been built, and we don't know if the revenues will materialize. We don't know if AI will actually have a real return on investment, or like how well they'll impact or optimize different workflows that people do day to day. So it's like, when you kind of like visualize it's a bit of a circle, right? So it's like all of this is one big bet that we don't really know how this is going to actually become tangible or materialize. We're just running with it. So it's like, if everybody else's thing is going to go up, you're a fool to not ride the wave and try to go against the grain in the situation, because at the end of the day, like, none of us are bigger than the billions of dollars that these hyperscalers and these mega corporations have to spend.
Yeah.
You're going to have to like ride the wave until it gives you a reason not to anymore. And I think that that's kind of like the easiest way that I kind of like look at the bubble. It's a lot of circular investing. It's a lot of like bets on things that haven't actually happened, that haven't actually been built, on returns that haven't actually been verified or shown to be proven true or anything like that. So yeah, I think until then, like, the best thing you can do is really just try to like stay in the news as much as you can. I mean, like that, like at this point, if you aren't kind of like following it, I'm not saying you have to be an AI nerd, a geek, have a PhD in systems engineering and neural networks. I'm not saying that, but I think you definitely need to understand just kind of like how things are moving, where things are flowing, like who's doing what. Just understand like the key players in the game. Because I think that positions you to make a lot more informed decisions on your investments and how you kind of want to, prepare yourself for how that affects the job market and whatnot. But yeah, it's tough for sure.
No, it's man, it's more than tough. I think it's cooked. I think it's overcooked. I think it's like, you leave a steak on for too long and it's just gray. Like, it don't even look good. I think that's what it is. And
well done.
over well done. It's
Yeah, bro.
overly cooked. You know, and I think a lot of people, like Michael said, you don't need to be a whiz or AI like guru to understand this stuff. Like you need to understand the data centers for one. That's an immediate thing. Like when people talk about AI data centers and all this stuff being built, is something that like actually affects you, no matter what your political stance or how much you try to. Oh, I'm not worried about that because it doesn't bother me. Like none of that matters because
It
when they
will
build these
bother you.
things, oh, 100, bro. There's already been reports, people's power going out, water getting cut off,
Air getting polluted,
air polluted. Like
bills going up, yeah, all of that, bro.
it's and I think I saw one tech company that shall not be named. They said that they're going to pay the difference. I think for like some of the areas where they build this stuff, so they're going to say like, oh, we're not gonna pass that cost on to you, right? And I'm not saying that
Imagine.
them specifically. Yeah, let's all think here for a second, right? We live in a time. I still haven't read 1984, which I need to. Like that's really on me. But I've heard a lot about it where it's like, don't believe what you see, don't believe what you hear, just just believe what you're told, right? Like believe what we want you to believe. And sure, there might be something where, okay, yeah, for the first 6 months, we're gonna, cover this, we're gonna whatever. But then who's to say, oh, the average price didn't go up? Who's to say, and things like that. And also, I think people not even thinking about the whole Terminator thing and killer robots and all that stuff, which those are 100% here. It's just a matter of like when they'll be put out.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, the war stuff going on, like, bro, the drones are flying. I think I saw something the other day, massive drone attack or like swarm, like a drone swarm, like it's Call of Duty. um, and like you just have to pay attention to stuff because I think it'll get to a point where people are well actually no I don't think it'll get to that point because I think we're especially in America we're long past the days of like revolutions and people like physically going to attack or like defending themselves. I think we're long past those days. um that hasn't happened in America literally since the revolution, like or Civil War, I should say. There hasn't been like any mass thing on that scale. However, I think people sooner rather than later will come to realize what's in charge, who's in charge. No one's bigger than the program, right? But you can outnumber the program. Sure, they can go and wipe out everybody, right? But then who's the program being forced to? This is all just banter, right? I'm just playing out a fictional scenario here. Like imagine me painting a picture for a movie, right? Imagine a
yeah,
world where data centers and all these things are just prominent, and you as a living, breathing organism that doesn't have a chip in their head yet still needs to survive, but you have no food. You have no water. You're in a food desert. You eat canned slop that's shipped to your door along with your universal salary to perhaps buy one new article of clothing for your children. What are you gonna do? Right? Backs against the wall. You no health care. Your robot doctor says you're good, and you're clearly not. Uh, what's left to do? You got to find that primal instinct. And I think before it gets to that point, people should wake up. The AI bubble, even if it is a bubble, it's still gonna move. I don't think it's really a bubble per se. I mean, the amount of money is egregious, but I think it's gonna get here eventually. So AI is here. It's happening. For all you know, this could be AI. So what are you gonna do to defend your and protect your sovereignty as a human being? Just a
yeah,
fictional scenario.
yeah. It's like I said, my guy is an author, so is able to tap into his wild fantasies from time to time. But to be honest with you, the way we going is really not that wild. So I wouldn't even put it past him. But yeah, I just want to drop a couple more quick facts and just give this a little bit of context. So McKinsey, one of the largest, most prominent consulting firms in the world, they introduced an AI interview stage, which I think we'll see a lot more of for graduate recruitment, right? So this requires candidates to collaborate with its internal AI tool, Lily, and it revealed that the company now utilizes 20,000 AI agents alongside its 40,000 human employees. Now you can do the math 4 to 2 about what that ratio is like already. Just imagine 1 to 4 or 5 years from now, what that number is going to look like. If we are already this imbalanced, I won't even say imbalanced, put in a proportion where it's 20,000 agents to 40,000 human employees. Gary, the AI engineer, average starting salary is 130,000 versus finance 84,387 versus computers technology 76,000. So
Yeah.
like to give this a little context, right? So if you're choosing between pivoting to AI skills or doubling down on your own fundamentals, you need to understand something. AI, it cannot replace human judgment, context, or relationships. Yes, it's trained on data given to it by humans, by large, enormous amounts of data through large learning language models. But AI cannot completely replace human judgment, human compassion, human emotion, human context, relationships yet. Every company is hiring it like it will. So your competitive advantage, it means that not knowing, it doesn't mean that you know how to use ChatGPT. Every person knows how to use ChatGPT. My baby cousin, she's like 7 years old. She knows how to use ChatGPT. That's not the issue here. It's knowing about when to not use it, and to having the domain expertise to understand when the output of ChatGPT or a Gemini or a Claude is garbage, when it's a hallucination, when it's not actually something that's adds value or adds meaningful impact to a company or to a firm. Your advantage is knowing like the difference between what everyone else takes as the single source of truth, and understanding how to separate AI hallucinations from, real facts and real like real life, right? So this isn't one of those situations where it's like a if like a this or that, it has to be one of these two options. No, it's not. It's really a combination of both. It's being the best of both worlds at being someone who understands AI fundamentally, and still also having enough, like still relying enough on your human judgment and your human like intellect and context to be able to provide value, right? Like you should not
But
go
I,
ahead.
I got a challenge for you here though, right? 20,000 agents, 40,000 humans currently. Yes, you need human judgment. However, we've seen monopolies and domination take place where it doesn't matter if there's human involvement. I mean, yeah, there's human involvement now, but you're forced to do it, right? So my question to you is, when we hit a point where the AI, it doesn't necessarily need that human thing, like it's all data, like it just feeds on data, like what designs do people want, what UX, UI, what do people want, and it makes that design. And then let's say it has a physical AI body to actually go through and then try to ergonomically try the stuff out, where if there's no humans that it's working with, so it doesn't need to have the emotional intelligence, and it's just pushing out products, especially in a business to business situation where it's like basically selling to another AI. Where do you see the human part going, down that road in the next like 5 to 10
If it
years?
ever if it ever gets to that point where it's not even like business to consumer or business to business, and it's AI to AI, we've lost like the plot of society. Right? Like when it gets to a point, if there is ever a point where it's completely AI to AI, I saw on Twitter today. It's a new app, like a Reddit, that got created for AI bots only, to have like a social media interactions. I have to go back and like figure out the name of it and the details. But if there's a, I'm not even gonna say if there's going to become a point where when there is no human involvement needed, we've gotten to a point where like human touch, human compassion, human creativity does not matter anymore. It's solely it's a greed situation. It's a greed standpoint. Because my personal opinion, I think that corporations, like they're saying, yes, AI is here to empower us, to make us work faster, to help us produce more, and cut out stuff that, we can really focus more time on, that's more productive. I think the end goal is for there to not be any employees. Like
Facts.
for there to not
Facts.
have to be anyone to pay for it outside of compute, outside of storage, outside of networking, and maybe like autonomous bodies, like you mentioned. But like I always say, that's an entire rabbit hole we can go down. Um, but yeah, I think the end goal is like people can say it like, because you like someone always says, you give somebody an answer, they're gonna take a mile, man. Right now it's, oh hey, we're eliminating layers of management, layers of individual contributors to optimize our workflows, to reduce increase decision making velocity, et cetera, et cetera. It's going to keep on going and on and on and on, and there's going to get to a point where there are no more layers to cut. There are no more people to blame or justify your AI spending on, and then it's going to become there's nobody left to cut out.
Man, and
We've reached the end.
I would argue, right? Also, I agree with that 100%. Also, these AI tools and things, are they really there to speed up the productivity, or are they there to collect data and create a wider gap? Because, for example, right, Claude Code, there's been a lot of buzz on that. I don't go on Facebook often, right? But let's say if I go on there, I'm immediately hit with an ad talking about different, shortcuts for Claude Code, that type of stuff. Like if you're at a company, let's say you're 60 years old, never coded in your life, sure, you could do it. But that person who's AI engineer, dev, whatever, even if they're not your role, let's say you're I don't know, like a product designer, and this person is purely software, brother, you're cooked because you might have the human expertise. They have the AI expertise. They can tell the AI to do exactly what you do, and you've given the industry so much of your work. If it has enough access to the tools, like the things that you've made and the I guess the blocks, the icons, and all that type of stuff, you're cooked. So I'd say for one, I think it's collecting data. Two, I also think that it's favorable to people who are also really good because the stuff that I can do on Cloud Code, someone who actually knows how to code and has been doing
Oh,
computer
bro,
science
they
for
can do
things.
something ridiculous on there. Yeah, that's crazy.
I say hello world. I think I'm cooking up. They go on there. They could build out the whole. This. Yeah. So I don't know.
Nah, man. Like we always say, bro. It's scary times, but it doesn't have to be scary if you really put in the work to try to position yourself to really understand like what's making the world move and just like it's even as simple as putting in some time to get a new certification, take a course, watch a couple YouTube videos just to educate yourself. Like I always say, I'm not saying go get a PhD in artificial intelligence or computer science, but I think you'd be doing yourself a disservice if you are not. At least just trying to stay in the know and try to stay like just be aware of like news that circulates, and kind of really dictates what's next for anything in the the job market, the economy, and everything in between. We want to get into our second. I think this is somewhat related, but it's just interesting. This is a post from Boardroom from a few weeks ago. It's about what Gen Alphas want to be when they what are we? We like be Gen Z, right?
Yeah, we're Gen Z.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's the dude, the kids after us, right? So, this is about like what Gen Alphas want to be when they grow up. You gotta understand. Me and him, we 2002, 2003, so we came up on the same stuff. And I would just say like the response to these are just I think wildly different than the way I was thinking about what I wanted to be when I grew up. So I'm just gonna go through these really quickly. So Gen Alphas, what they want to be when they grow up. 32% of Gen Alphas want to be a YouTuber. 21% want to be a TikTok creator. 20% want to be a doctor or nurse. 19% want to be an app or video game developer. 17% want to be an entrepreneur. 16% want to be an artist. 15% want to be a sports athlete. Another 15% want to be an online streamer. The 14% wants to be a musician, and 14% wants to be a teacher. I think like there are so many ways you can decode this and break this down. But what I think above all is that the rise of becoming a content creator and making a name for yourself online and making an insurmountable amount of money online is unprecedented. Like I don't think when I was coming up at least, like I think maybe the first dude to really like kind of open my eyes, like, bro, you can really get rich off of like YouTube and making videos, probably like PewDiePie when I was like a teenager, bro. Like PewDiePie, like them type dudes, like but it like now it's like, bro, it's like Kai Cenat, he makes more than actual max contract NBA players streaming. I don't know what my boy on some other stuff now, but like in his prime Kai Cenat is making more than like, and this is no glaze, he's making more than some like role players max contracts, like some second or like some third, fourth options on the NBA their max contracts, he's making more than them. Like he's like, bro, like it's like, can you even blame them?
I mean, look at how Speed's living, bro. Like
Oh, bro,
Speed is
I don't
literally
even know
changing.
how I
Like
forgot him, bro. He's
Speed,
ridiculous.
I ain't gonna lie. Speed is actually like when I first heard about him years ago. Everyone used to see the crazy clips, but Speed, his development, like his character
Bro,
growth.
he has branded himself into a global like I like bro. He is just like he's a staple now, like globally. And I first noticed that when he tapped into because it was crazy. I watched him when he first started like streaming. He was a 2K guy, bro. I used to watch him play 2K when he had like 200,000 subscribers. I was like, bro, like he's just a funny dude, but it's like he really tapped into that side when he started doing like tapping into like Ronaldo and soccer because when you tap into
Yeah,
or football, as global fans like to call it, when you tap into soccer and football and a sport with a platform that global, the most popular sport in the world, you unlock an entire new like level of fame, of access, of reach, of visibility. And it's really ridiculous. But we want to tie this into like this entire topic. And this is for now, like I said, Kai Cenat, ISO Speed, these guys are like one-on-ones. They're these like they don't these don't happen often,
yeah.
right? Like these guys like as crazy as it sounds, I know obviously everybody thinks, and I'm not saying to stop, trying to put yourself out there, but let's understand that like these dudes did not just become this overnight. Like they put in real work to create their brand and to create like, to create the platform that they have today.
Yeah.
But we want to talk about something, right? So stay with us now. So I think a lot of us have heard, especially in college, even in high school, you've been told to like build your personal brand, become visible. And even people that want to go the content creation route, you are told to monetize your audience, figure out how to make money, advertisements, corporate sponsorships, engagement deals. Now, another stat. There are 207 million, roughly, content creators that exist worldwide, but only 2 million of that 207 million are actual expert creators that make money. So once again, if you are, math, you can do the ratio. 207 million people that make content creators, I guess if we want to define it, anybody that makes videos online. Of those people, how many are expert creators that actually make money, like a living off of it, right? 69% of creators rely on brand collaborations as their primary income source. That means that 69%, they're one algorithm away from being broke. Like,
especially with AI.
Oh,
why pay somebody if they can have their own AI advertise? There's already AI social media accounts. I can't think of the names off the top of my head, but there's AI artists, AI everything. I mean, so yeah,
yeah. So it's like, I think like our generation, not only our generation, but especially Gen Alpha, right? Like we came up watching people make it on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. I can't tell you how many videos I've seen of people going from like 0 to 100, rags to riches, and just kind of like highlighting it across some type of social media platform. And it's like, it's inspiring, it's moving, it's motivating. But I think a lot of people get it confused about the difference between being visible and being valuable. Confuse building a brand with building a business, right? So, and this is like another thing. Like I think we kind of touched on this a few times in some of our previous episodes, but people like associate this level of social media validation before they can start, positioning themselves to make money. Like people think that you need 10,000 followers on Instagram to get a brand deal to start making money, bro. No. It's a slippery slope. It's a double-edged sword. I don't know. I think, like I said, it's a couple people that can like a couple ways you can, I think, go about breaking this down. But I just need people to understand that like the people that are really wealthy, they're not the ones with all the followers. They're the ones who own the software that people use to create the content. You can look on Instagram. Oh, this dude got 2 million followers. Mark Zuckerberg, that made Meta, Instagram, Facebook, the distribution, the email list, the own platforms, and the actual media companies.
Let's ask this question, right? How many people actually know who the founder of Instagram is? That guy's somewhere filthy rich, and no one knows who he is. Well, I mean, some people probably do, but he's not. Everyone's not going to be
like
Jensen
the founder
either.
Of Tesla.
Jensen Huang.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows who the actual people actually think that Elon Musk founded Tesla. Like, as I mean, it's a difference between being in the spotlight, being famous, being visible, and being valuable. It is a very, very distinct difference, and I think that it starts when we change our mindset about what we're going for. Like, what are we positioning ourselves for? Are we positioning ourselves for likes, leverage, right? Like you just, like if your side hustle or your business doesn't exist when you don't get as many views as you normally do on your typical algorithm and hashtags, it's not a business. You are just a well-performing employee of Meta, which I think is a very harsh take, but I think it's something that people need to hear, right? Now, let's not get this confused and say that, oh, you're telling me to not follow my dreams. You're telling me to not, like expand and be a creator. That's not what I'm saying. But I think that people have to understand the distinction between being a creator, right? Being a business, and just being someone who's on like that just tries to get likes and validation and just, look like there's someone on social media.
You got to have something you're contributing. You can't just go on camera. I mean, actually, let me not say it. There are some people who can just turn the camera on and make money. That's a whole different thing. I mean, some people, it might be, you look a certain way. I see people getting viral for looking objectively funny or objectively attractive.
Actually, I meant to even say, my man, he should have been another dude we talked about. My man just like sold his like brand, like his likeness for like 950 million on TikTok. Kobby Lame.
Yeah. Never said a word.
I was about to say, he's another one of them dudes. He's 101, bro. You cannot replicate. Like there is no one else is ever going to be able to do that. fact, let me just confirm like the details of like what he just did. My man, I don't have the number wrong. Pardon me, bro. He started posting videos on TikTok in 2020 after being as a coping mechanism after being laid off from his factory machine labor job at the onset of the pandemic, bro. In 6 years, he's 25 years old, man. He just bro, he just sold his company, Step Distinctive Limited, which manages his brand and all of his commercial activities, to Rich Sparkle Holdings, a Hong Kong-based holding company, in an all-stock deal worth $970 million. $970 million. He never said a word on TikTok. This includes access to his live stream and short video commerce, TikTok shop, brand endorsements, ad productions, and the commercial development of an AI digital twin, which authorizes use of the creator's image, voice, and behavior to generate multilingual and original multi-version content. This partnership is expected to net $4 billion in annual sales.
For does he still own? Do you know if he still owns like any of the
He owns
income?
49%.
Oh, so they bought out the shares for the 900. He's still, oh wow. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Just real quick, he's looking in the future. He's a very smart man because they're gonna clone him anyway. He just got paid off.
That is incredible, bro. and all of this is happening 7 months after my man got deported. He got deported. He's wow. That's crazy. I did not even know this. He's Senegalese and Italian.
I'm gonna say, is he from Italy? Like Senegalese, like ethnicity, but is he from Italy?
I actually don't know. I don't think he's from it. No, I don't know.
He's Italian, or is like he like half?
I think that's
Senegalese,
just like his parents. I don't know. I'm trying to see. Yeah, he was born in Senegal.
He was born in Senegal. Okay, but the Italian thing, that's crazy.
Almost $1 billion. I'm just rounded up. My man got $1 billion deal, bro.
Yeah, he just hit
for his likeness, and it's only for 3 years. It's not like a lifetime deal. It's 3 years, bro. That's how valuable he is. So it's like that. Like I say, he's one-on-one. You cannot replicate that. But
you got to be
the difference. Yeah, and that's the difference, bro. That's the difference with the real money is that when you have a global fan base, right? There's good money in America, of course, but when you unlock that global presence, that level of like becoming a staple in every country, like what Speed is doing, what Copy's doing, that's the difference, bro. And so it's like the question should not be about how to grow your following. It's about what can you do, what do you own that generates value on social media, whether your face is in it or not. What do you own that generates value? If that's the route that you really want to go, content creation is your route. How do you generate value? And like I said, we're not speaking on this as social media experts, right? Like we're trying to build our brand with each episode that we push out and we make. But we did not set up this platform for like likes on Instagram, bro. Some of our reels flop at 500 views, bro. Literally like the last 3 ones flop. So it's like I promise you, we're not doing this because, you know what I'm saying, we looking to quit our day jobs and become full-time podcasters. Nah. But nah, like it's a difference,
the American
bro.
dream is always there, you know?
It's
a difference. And that's why I say another thing too, bro, is like you look about your favorite artist. Think about your favorite rapper. They could be the hottest rapper, hottest artist, whatever. If they're not worldwide, I'm telling you, that's what separates it out. Them artists who you think are trash, who you like, I don't know, bro, think what they're doing. Look at Bad Bunny. I personally, maybe I'm just uncultured. I don't know if I just don't listen to type of music often. I couldn't tell you a single Bad Bunny song, but I know who he is. Bro is filthy rich, international, and and his stuff is in Spanish, right? So that's a whole market. You have to market yourself. And also the way he marketed himself, built his business around, bro's going to be at the Super Bowl. Now, the political climate around the Super Bowl and what they plan to do as far as patrolling the Super Bowl. Everybody be safe, be careful, be mindful. But he's doing his thing. But American dream, chase the American dream, put in your time. But we're not looking to jump ship. We're loyal to the soil.
We great where we at, but we definitely do have intentions with this. Like our goal is obviously to make this a platform. First and foremost is one that is like educational, like we're contributing value. We're teaching people something that can stick with them and hopefully help them in some facet of life. But like we also want to like we too look like we're looking to just establish ourselves as a platform that becomes like hopefully one day a household name, one that consistently contributes value, and whatever comes with that, that's just part of the blessing that that comes with the work that we put in. like I said, that's also like at the end of the day, like that's our initial mindset. Like we didn't come into this looking for Instagram likes, for popularity on Instagram. I mean, bro, we done graduated college, bro. Like we not looking for no,
Yeah. You
you know, for
can't
no
do that
extra.
either.
I'm like, bro, like we're not
Yeah,
looking
you
for no
can't.
clout boost, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Worried about that. I don't think that was,
You
you
gotta
feel
have a
me?
bigger
So,
mission than money, bro. Everyone who just makes everything about money,
mhm.
power, all that type of it fails, bro. You gotta have some really driving you. And in the real world, bro, nobody cares too. Like that's another thing. Maybe when you in
Yeah,
school, college, whatever, Instagram, all that stuff means something. But I promise you, when you go out, like after that, bro,
real world, nobody cares.
no one cares, bro. Post your content, bro. All them people who clown on you, guess what? They're sitting there clowning you from their couch. They're genuinely bored out of their minds with nothing
Hmm.
to do, and their life is going so poorly that they want to get online and they want to talk negatively about you, somebody who's actually trying to do something, who's actually putting a foot out to pursue their dreams, their goals, help other people, whatever the case is. So just keep doing it. And when you stop getting haters, there's a problem. Like there should be some form
Yeah, it's
of
always be some hate.
negativity.
Always be
Yeah,
some hate. Like,
those are supporters. That's your biggest fans.
yeah, bro. Like, especially now, bro. You are your own person. You are an independent person, bro. Like, do not listen to anybody that has not even tried to put their foot out and create something for themselves outside of not, nothing, right? Like, I could care less with somebody that has never tried to make a platform when someone, obviously I take all, I'm very receptive to constructive criticism, how I can improve, how I can do better. But just like outright hate, oh bro, this corny, bro. Ain't nobody finna listen to your podcast, but I don't want to hear this. My boy, what are you doing? You feel me? I'm too cool for that. I'm not doing this for you. Like, you're not the target audience, bro. I promise you, you can keep your view and do whatever you've been doing. But it's like, this is something that honestly you have to grow into. Not everybody just has, and you'd be lying if you say you've always taught like this. But when you get to the point when you truly stop caring what other people think, bro, your life changes. When you stop
Yeah.
doing things for external validation, for validation on social media, for validation from your friends, from your family, from whoever, your life changes. Like, when you stop doing things solely for the purpose of trying to impress people or make it seem like you are somewhere where you're really not, your life changes. And that's something I've like had to grow as I became more confident as a man, as I became more confident in myself. And that's across everything. Confidence in how you look, how you feel, how intelligent you think you are. Bro, I don't care. I could care less, bro. I promise you I could care less what you think, man. You feel me? Like, I have my path, you
Yeah.
have yours. Let's stick to that. Simple.
Facts. Hey, that's bars right there. That's bars. Hey,
Hey,
let
man.
them know.
I try, brother. I really do. But
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna add, y'all do it. The earlier you do it, the better, bro. When you face that internal music, for those of you who believe in God, me personally, I believe in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. That's me. So for those who you believe in something, follow that, stick close to that, let that guide you. You're never truly alone. And also, like Malcolm said, you just got to stop putting so much weight on what other people say. It's like, and it's just hard. You got to face that music alone, bro. You got to face that dark stuff, because it don't matter what other people say, what they do. If they tell you pick one job over another, guess who got to work that job? You. If they tell you do this, do that, and it's like a real big decision that might, set you up or set you back, guess who got to deal with that outcome? You. So at the end of the day, those people are not going to be there no matter how much they try to act like they are, for better or for worse. You're the one who got to face that music. You live your life. And as somebody who's always kind of went against the grain, who's always kind of had to face that scrutinization for thinking differently, thinking further ahead, because I really try to listen to like the people older than me and try to internalize what they say, so I could try to actually build on generational learnings and things, rather than be like, oh, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just going to deal with myself. You get a lot of that. Okay, yeah, you the outsider. You kind of not really doing how everybody else do. But eventually people come around. But that's not even the point. It's not a point about people coming around and how you do. It's a matter of you doing you, learning how to deal with that scrutiny, learn how to be the outsider, and rock out. Look at Elon Musk. What about him is objectively normal? But he's the richest man on earth, right? I'm pretty sure he got the highest net worth. You have to stick to your guns, straight up.
Yeah, man. That's a very great way to put it. Can't fake. But we gonna roll into our last kind of big headline that we want to talk about for today. And this one again, obviously, very, very true to us. And like I said, my like to like all, not even like, I can't even fake this, bro. Like my heart is really with anybody who is like in this job market right now, trying to like just get their foot in the door, trying to get something. Cause bro, it is so tough, bro. Like, I can't even exaggerate how crazy it is. Like, and it's like, it's crazy because we are the, it's a funny way to put it. Our, people all tell you from since you step foot in elementary school, get good grades, go to good school, get a full-time job, grades, school, job, grade, school, job, grade, school. That's always been the layout. That's always been the structure. In our generation, humbly speaking, we're the first to do everything we were told, bruh. Bachelor's degrees, internships, study abroad, leadership positions, side hustles, and still come out, graduate with the worst job market ever, bro. The worst. With entry level positions requiring 3 to 5 years of experience, a master's degree, 17 certifications, and you have to know how to speak 7 languages, and you have to know 5 frameworks, 7 programming. Like, bro, we did everything. We came out to the worst job market, the worst housing market, the most expensive rent, groceries, everything, bro. And it's just like, what do you tell people? Like, and it's like when I hate it when older people say, well, you gotta just work harder. Bro, my brother, like, you did not, bro. When you came out of school, you could buy a 3-bedroom for $50,000, bro. It's like you could buy like, you know what I'm saying? You could buy your brand new car for $15,000, bro.
Are
It's
you
not
seen that?
that,
There's a guy. He goes around and he asks older people how much you get your first house for. They tell
bro,
us $300.
bro, bro. And it's like, and I saw recently that like Trump, like his whole goal, he wants to make people that own houses richer and more wealthier. He was like, the way he framed it, I believe he said something along the lines of like, yeah, we want to make sure people that own houses that value continues to go up and that they get wealthy, and that people who didn't work hard enough to own a home aren't able to just get one. And I'm like, it's not about whether we've worked hard enough or not, bro. We haven't even had the chance to get the same market as you to even get our foot in the door. Because, bro, but between just rising costs and corporations like BlackRock buying entire lots and entire neighborhoods at a time, making the price jump up, it's impossible, bro. Unless you settle down in Arkansas.
Yeah, you got to go to them states nobody cares. Let me not say that. Let me not say that. Those states that are less,
Lower
I
cost of
guess,
living.
desirable. Yeah, lower cost of living, like West Virginia, for example.
Nah,
West Virginia has the
you're
lowest
insane.
cost of living in America, but I mean, there's a reason. You look up what happens in West Virginia. Look up how the people over there, are generally getting by. I mean, and truth be told, this is a broader conversation. But if you're born after 9/11, oh, you're sizzle cooked, right? If you're born after COVID, throw your hands in the air, walk out the gym, leave your jersey on the bench. You're never coming back.
Yeah, it's
It's GG's, bro. And it's like they're trying to make it better for the people that are still there, right? But it's screwing over everybody else. So while these people who had the chance, the boomers who were able to get things in a good time, they're consolidating. A lot of these people, like families are falling apart. So the stuff's not even getting passed down to children and things like that. Stuff going back to the state, to the government. Government always wins. And then you have new generation, which some of you might have seen it. Like they call them doomers, which are like people who just wake up. Them like Wojak memes are just like dark eyes and dark music and just getting by. And it's like
doom.
it's doom. Like what is there to look forward to? Like back in the day, man, there was stuff to look forward to. Now stuff is halted. What I got to look forward to? A car that can drive 300 miles on a single charge. Nice. That's gonna improve my life. So I'll be glad I'll be able to afford it by selling my left eyeball and my right kidney. Nice.
And as always, we love, like, we don't say anything without some type of data to go along with it. So once again, we'd like to provide y'all with a few facts. This one, especially for my people, 600,000 Black women were pushed out of the workforce in 2025. Relying on earned income alone is no longer sustainable. 600,000 Black women pushed out of the workforce. Employers are projecting just a 1.6% increase in the hiring class for 2026 compared to 2025, a 1.6 hiring increase, while 45% characterize the job market as merely fair. This is the flattest hiring rate since 2021. 63% of Ivy League and top private universities have hiring freezes through fiscal 2026, with median merit raises at just 3%. What this means is that you did everything right. You got your degree, you got your internships, you got your experiences. You know what I'm saying? You got out of school, you graduated with a degree like your parents wanted you to, and you made them proud. The thing is that the system changed the rules. You couldn't have predicted this. You couldn't have predicted that Sam Altman would have dropped a a Hiroshima level nuke on the world that is ChatGPT, and like just perpetuate all of the following advancements that just change life as we know it. There are going to be, and I just think about this, bro. There are going to be kids that grow up that don't know life before AI.
Yeah.
There are kids that are going to grow up that will never write an essay by hand. Low-key, it's crazy because ChatGPT came out in what, 2022? And I low-key can't remember. It's low-key hard for me to remember what we was doing before ChatGPT, bro.
Bro, writing essay, when we used to have to do them state essays, like write an essay in 10 minutes. These kids now, they'd be cooked. They don't even get snow days. Well, depending on where you at, but like New York, I think they had to go to school because most of the schools in New York, they got tablets and stuff. So it's like these kids in the future aren't even going to know what a snow day is.
Yeah, it's not even no snow day. It's like, yeah, go ahead, just hop on the Zoom, bro. Yeah. It's crazy. And it's like, I don't know, man. It's really there's no more right path. There is no more traditional grind. There is no more, like, that's the thing, right? Like, separates anybody anymore. When everybody has an internship, internships stop mattering. When everybody has a degree, everybody has a comp sci degree, everybody is a computer engineer, everybody's an AI engineer, everybody's a prompt engineer, degrees stop mattering. When everybody is doing the same thing, nobody stands out. So, what are your options? One, the traditional, I'm going to tough it out. Gadoosh. Nah. You're going to compete with everybody else for the 1.6% more jobs available. Hope your resume gets past the AI screener. And if it does, you get slammed with 5 rounds of interviews and get denied without them even knowing your first name. The skill gap, the skill arbitrage. Find the gap between what companies need and what schools teach. So, companies need someone who can prompt AI and know finance fundamentals. So, quant, predictive analysis, ECS, like all these advanced financial principles. If you know how to prompt engineer and do finance, you made yourself a new combination. You've uniquely positioned yourself to be elite. The parallel build. Keep your day job. I think a lot of people trying to go down this route. You keep your day job, if you can land one, and build one asset on the side that compounds. An asset, a software, content, a service business, something. The way of, like, back in the day, you can get to an MBA from a top program and come out, you know what, I think I'll go be a vice president at Goldman Sachs. You come out with an MBA now from the top schools, Harvard Business, Duke, Fuqua, MIT, Sloan, Berkeley, like, you can come out with any of these top MBAs. They're still looking for jobs. Dartmouth, Columbia, everybody, they're still looking for jobs, bro.
You come out, you getting spit in your face and told to go do something.
Yeah, like you come out in this belt OC.
I mean, even Elon just said the hiring process, he said he about to stop looking at resumes. He said he don't want resumes no more. He just want to see, what do you build? Show me what you build.
Yeah, that's OD. No, you don't even need a resume no more. Yeah. How many companies have you founded? How many startups have you made? How many $1 million exits do you have? Yeah. What do you make?
What do you make? Yeah. What can you contribute to me? I don't want an AI resume. What is your purpose in life?
What do you build, bro? I would be, man, you put me in an interview and you say, I get in my interview, got my CV prepared, I'm all locked in for questions, I'm locked in. Yeah, what do you build? What do you mean? Bro, like, what do you build? I would just lead a call, bro. Like, I don't build. What are you talking about, bro? Like, I thought this was an interview. I thought it was like STAR method. What happened to STAR method? Yeah. Now, how many startups do you have, bro? Like,
I don't know, school don't build, like, teach you how to build. Like, I mean, there's a lot of people, they do build a lot in school, like, just on their own, but everybody not doing it. Some people, it's hard enough just to keep up with the curriculum and internships, and if you got to work. And I think that, like, we were talking about this before the pod, the fact that I don't think we'll ever be able to, or at least for me, like, I don't know when the point in my life will come where I can ever come home after just working my 9 to 5, put my feet up, hang out with my dog, my wife, my kids, just relax on a, like, daily basis. Those days are gone.
There's no chill.
I don't know anybody under the age. Well, I can't even say under age. I don't know too many people who just go to work and come home, and that's that. Bro, you can't stop. Like, it's and it's a trap. It's an anxiety trap. It's a doom. You're wasting your life because you're constantly trying to get to the point where you can
Mhm.
chill, but then you never get there, and you just keep running in circles. And it's like if you do chill, you end up falling behind on stuff because everything's so expensive. The pays, jobs are going away. Layoffs are happening. We're seeing people get laid off at mass rates. We're seeing Home Depot just laid off, I think, 600 people. They're trying to, and then they're pushing all their Atlanta headquarter people like back in the office 5 days a week. I said six. I'm sorry, 5 days a week. And all this stuff is happening, right? So it's like, where's the net? Even if you work for the government,
Government gets shut down every 2 months.
yeah. Look, hopefully they averted the shutdown for
Man, this
today.
stuff you want
Actually,
coming up. Yeah, I'm like, bro, like it's nothing is safe. There is no safe haven no more. All right, so you just gotta understand, man. The people that are quote unquote winning in 2026, they're not working no harder than you. They are just building in a different direction. That's just been more rewarding thus far. But do not stop, right? Like nobody can afford to just. Even now, I don't come home and just chill. I come home, I either continue working off the clock. I'm trying to build something. I'm trying to learn something. There's no chill, bro. I got to get there, bro. But
I don't
hey,
know how
man.
to. I truly don't know. I mean, ever since sports, like from high school, middle school, I would literally go to school, have basketball practice, or no, lacrosse practice, and then a travel basketball practice after that, get home at 11 o'clock at night, wake up at 5 a.m., repeat, or during the summertime, I'm telling you, wake up, internship, like 5, well, I'd leave at like 5 a.m., the joint start at 7, so I'd be sitting in the lobby at Smithsonian, just sitting there waiting, because that's when I had to leave, that was my ride to the metro. So I'm there. After that, I go to class at PG till 11 o'clock at night. And then somehow in between that, I'm also playing sports, right? So that grind was
Crazy,
instilled, and
man.
this isn't a say to not relax. Like you do need to relax, you do need to decompress, but you can't
100%.
just be lazy. That's not optional.
Nah, lazy don't get you nowhere nowadays, man. So make sure you put in the work, man. I ain't gonna lie. No play of the week this week. Everything is overcooked. You know what I'm saying? Everything is
Facts.
cooked. Portfolio's cooked. Market's red. Just buy the dips. Buy what we've been. Buy the dips, bro. Buy the dips. Buy the dips.
Yeah.
Red is not bad. Red is an opportunity. Buy the dips, bro. But nah, man. We're gonna talk about some. We ain't talked about no hot NBA news in a little minute, man. So we got Giannis Antetokounmpo once out.
Taking his
Two-time
brothers with him.
MVP. Oh yeah, you know that. Two-time MVP Giannis is ready for a new home at the February 5th NBA trade deadline or in the offseason. Preferred destinations, very strange, but his preferred destinations are Miami Heat, New York Knicks, Minnesota Timberwolves. To catch the Bucks want a blue chip young player in a heavy stack of draft picks. I don't know what team has that just readily available. Outside of maybe the Knicks. I don't know. Giannis is one of them dudes. If you trade, Giannis is a consensus top 3 player in the league in the National Basketball Association. There's no question about that. You get a player like Giannis of Giannis's caliber, you are essentially giving up just about your future for. You're basically exchanging your future for a chip, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Giannis is coming with at least two, like a young dude that's like on the rise of being an all-star caliber or being like just up there. Probably another dude, rotational player. At least three first, like probably 3 first-round picks, bro. But it's crazy though. I ain't gonna lie, cause Luka, people always say, "Oh, well, it's AD. He also Hall of Famer." But I don't know, man. After that Luka trade, I feel like what was the previous expectations for players of that caliber just got like all out of whack.
No, I think that guy was just
Yeah, Nico. Yeah, Nico. I said this the
uh,
first episode. Nico, he's going somewhere. Yeah,
yeah,
Nico's going
Nico.
somewhere.
I don't want to say anything to get
Nico's
me
fried.
sued, but I think he might have been doing something he shouldn't have when that decision was made.
That guy.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm gonna be honest, man. I saw the Warriors. I don't know if this was. I think this was real.
No,
The
they
package
were
that they put
trolling.
together.
No, they were. I know exactly who's on that. We can go ahead and pull this up for specifics.
Warriors were throwing away their next 10, not 10 years, like 7 years, 8 years for Giannis, which
My
will
man.
put him in the same situation, where a team can't build around him.
Dude, let me find this offer that they made for him, bro. Oh, actually, wow. Yeah. Let me see.
Because it had Jimmy Butler on there, right? Is that even real? Because
My man,
you
that
trade
just tore his ACL, by the way.
That's what I'm
Let's see.
saying. You go trades.
Yeah. Let me see. This is awful, bro. I would
Yeah.
if I was Jimmy, bro. I'd be like, gang, like I don't want nothing to do with none of y'all.
If your name not Steph, Draymond, or Clay, the Warriors will slime you out. Facts.
Bro, what was their like offer, bro?
It was, I think the latest one I saw, I don't know if that one was real, but it was Jimmy. I know it was a 2028 first round draft pick, 2032 first round draft pick, a bunch of players. It was basically like all their draft picks until 2032.
I'm trying to figure out, like, bro, what? Tell me one, like, every franchise that has tried to do it like this never works out, bro.
Look at the Clippers.
The Clippers, the Suns, who gave everything for KD, Clippers gave everything for PG, and the Clippers literally started the OKC dynasty.
Yeah,
like they're trolls, bro. So it says the Golden State Warriors are willing to surrender all of their future draft capital for Giannis. All is OD. I'm like, bro, but the thing about it, it'd be one thing if you were like a sorry franchise that has never touched a ring. You were just desperate, like the Clippers. I get it. The Suns, I get it. You're the Warriors, bro. You're the most successful basketball franchise since what, 2015, 2014?
Of this century. I would say that.
Yeah, of this century, actually, of this century.
4 rings?
Yes.
I'm not going to lie. This kind of connects to what you were saying last week, though, with Steph. I still think, like, Steph is at a point where he's really considering retirement if they don't do something soon. Draymond, when Steph and Clay were out, Draymond was already contemplating retirement because, I mean, without
Draymond
Steph
needs to be, Draymond needs to be put in the box and shipped to, like just some third world country where he can just fend for himself or something. Like Draymond.
Don't condone this message.
Draymond just isn't like a basketball player. Draymond is.
Hey, what that kid say? He said, how did it feel when Draymond punched you in the face?
Yeah, like, bro, all he does, he just beats people on the court. He just beats on people, bro. I'm like, bro, like, you shouldn't be allowed to just do that.
And now Dillian Brooks is trying to be the next Draymond, and Lou Dort. Them dudes.
But Dylan Brooks actually hoops, so like he gets buckets.
He can, yeah. He's a better hooper than
Dylan
Draymond.
Brooks can shoot the ball, bro. Like I think he's averaging what? I think he's averaging 20 this year, ain't he? Yeah, my man averaging 21 a game, bro.
He's still on the. Is he on the Suns? Because he was in that Rockets trade, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Dylan Brooks is a dog. I think we need more people like him actually that don't be scared. He do a lot of front runners sometimes. I think I seen a quote. He was like, "Yeah, if it was Miami Brown, I would never be talking to him." Which basically admits that you're like a fraud, you're front running. I respect it though. Everybody don't like he one of the dudes that actually like will speak their mind and got some buck to him. But yeah, man,
that's cool. Lou Dort though, I ain't gonna lie. Lou Dort is a menace.
Bro, he literally
he doesn't hoop.
There's an entire like 5-minute video montage of him trying to just injure people. He's really like he's really weird. Like he's sick, bro.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how he hasn't been punished for any of this. But he do the same thing Draymond do. He just do it sneaky, I guess.
Yeah, like Grayson Allen don't even do the stuff that they do no more.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
And that's why I think, I don't know, Warriors, just back to that real quick, I think the Warriors realize they're kind of in a win or die situation right now. So they're trying to, I think the Warriors know they're in the gutter no matter what. Steve Kerr's retiring soon. Steph's, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He's on his way out the door.
It's really either you have the potential chance of losing Stephen Curry, your franchise's best player ever, or you give up every single thing that the Warriors have to offer after he retires. So it's like, I don't know, man. I'm like, bro, Steph is the greatest ever, but at the end of the day, bro, tell me one franchise that has picked their guy over the franchise's future. LeBron didn't even get that.
No, well, yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. LeBron need help though. Like What do you mean? Like LeBron, he needs help, bro. Like
you talking about now?
No, just like at any point in his career. Like I'm not saying like I can't think of any one player who willed a team to a championship by themselves. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like there's no one player like Bron. You can't just sell out, get him, and have one other star.
You need a solid team, functioning team, bro. But like.
I mean, he's carried some trash teams, but like he still had like they were decent players like on there. I'm not saying they were great, but they were like decent enough.
2018.
2018,
he was playing with me and you out there, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Kevin Love. Who else was on the team? J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith just stunk it up in the playoffs.
J.R. Smith was sorry. Tristan Thompson was sorry.
You talk about your classmate like that, hey, fellow Aggie man.
Nah. Who we like for the Super Bowl, man? Seattle, New England. I hate to say it, but I think cause my boy is a Seahawks fan. Don't like that guy. I think the Seahawks put like 40 on them. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's belt.
Yeah, so it's belt. I'm not gonna fake.
New England, I know Drake May. He went to UNC.
Drake is over. Oh yeah, he went to UNC. He was dog UNC, but all that cupcake schedule comes to an end, bro. You gotta play some real demons now, man. It's over with. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I see it right now. What's his name? Kenneth Walker III.
Oh yeah,
40-yard breakaway touchdown. Third quarter. I'm seeing it right now.
Yeah, but yeah, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in, man.
100%.
This was another good episode, and we have a joint challenge for you guys. Something that we want everybody to try to do, right? You know, February coming up, new month, new opportunities, new blessings for the next. Well, it's not 30 days in February, but you get the idea.
28,
something like that. For the next 30 days, build in private. No posting about what you're working on. No documenting the journey. Just build something real. Ship it, then share the results. We, as a collective, as a society, we've become so addicted to the performance of building that we forgot what actual building feels like. We've gotten so addicted to people saying the journey that we become more infatuated with the engagement than the actual final product. So, as always, the box is open. And remember, the most dangerous trap is the one that looks like an opportunity. We will see y'all next week.
All right. Love y'all, man. Peace.
Peace and blessings, family. Catch y'all next Friday.